Well, hello everybody. It's your boy, the Drunken Lockpicker again. Yes, I'm inebriated. Yes, Bud Ice and Fireball has been included in today's video. They should sponsor me as much as product of theirs. Yeah, as much of the product of theirs as I consume. But anyway, let's get right into this. I've been sick the past week. I had a bad sinus infection and yada yada yada. But I bought some new toys. And if anybody that's watched my videos knows how much I'm a stickler for turning tools. I recently just received, and I bought these with my own money, so literally Sparrows does not sponsor me or endorse me in any shape, form, or fashion. I just like their products. I like Covert Instruments too. I use their shit too. But price-wise, Sparrows is the way to go. They're not top tier one quality, but their products do pick locks, so that's really all that matters. I mean, everybody gives different reviews about different products and about oh, this is the best of the best and yada yada yada. Yeah, it may be the best of the best, but your budget may not be able to afford the best of the best. Sometimes you got to shrink down a little bit and go with what you can afford. And then what you can afford is Sparrows. I mean, they're not great quality, but they still pick locks. So at the end of the day, that's all that matters. I mean, will it open a lock? That's all we're trying here for in Lock Sport. So, without further ado, let's see, we'll do this one first. I got the flat 4 top of the keyway turning tools, which are, as you can see, they pretty much all look alike. They're just different thicknesses. The flat 4 is a little bit on the thinner side for your smaller keyways. And I got the knurled set, which means they got little grippies. And let's see if I can get the camera to focus. You can probably see they got little, anyway, they got little rigid edges right here on the tips. Let's see if I can get it to zoom in there. But anyway, they got little rigid edges to help grip the top of the keyway. And that's pretty cool, you know. I love turning tools. There's never too many turning tools. And with me making these 3 orders I just recently purchased, I now have every turning tool Sparrows makes besides the tubular locks, which I haven't started picking tubular locks. That's going to be later down the road. All right, and that was the flat 4. This is the heavy set knurled. These come pretty much, you know, your standard 40 to 50 thou thickness, which Sparrows is Canadian, so they use the metric system. So like their thickest turning tool is going to be like, this one is going to be like the 1.2 millimeter thickness, which I ain't even gonna lie, this one's my go-to tool for every damn thing. And then just for shits and giggles, I went ahead and bought the heavy set just so I could say I had every turning tool they had. And these heavies are literally 70 thou and then like 80 thou, I believe. Look how thick them bastards are. I mean, other than me just wanting them, they really serve no purpose. It was just, I wanted them to have them to complete the set. I literally only have one lock that fits them. And that's this little toe lock here that from my brother-in-law gave me, and it's available at Walmart, I believe, for about $8. But it's literally the only damn lock in my collection that this even fits. But I literally don't see much use for, if you're actually picking locks and not collecting tools or whatever, because I just like collecting tools. The heavy bars from Sparrows is, I mean, they're cool. They're thick. You could probably beat a some bitch's ass with them. But there's only going to be a handful of locks you ever encounter in your life that you'll ever need anything this thick on. They're they were just made to be made and make them $1 or $2 for Sparrows. And then everybody already knows I've already got the standard flat bar set for top of the keyways, which I'm still learning top of the keyway. I am not a professional at it. I'm not good. I'm not LPL or Lock Noob or Bosnian Bill or Lady Locks or none of them. And then I've also got the curves, which the curve set I really like. My daughter got me this for Christmas, and they're a really awesome set. They're actually really great for top of the keyway picking in hand. But here lately, I've been picking out a Vice because I recently just picked up an 1100 American Lock. Trying it for my green belt. That's why I got it colored in green. So that's my new toys. That's my new playthings. So without further ado, let's see if we can't open this lock. After I put my cigarette out. Don't want smoke blowing all around the camera lens. Yada, yada, yada. Oops, let me get a more comfy position. And I'd like to give a big shout out to my newest subscribers. Hey, Mom. Hey, Sis. Miss Jolene, always glad you're watching. You know you love my videos. Daniel, big shout out to you, big guy. You come see me every day. One of the biggest problems I find with Lock Sport in Mobile, Alabama that I find is everybody looks at you as a thief. And there's not really much meetup groups, and there's really not many people into the same thing I'm into. That's the biggest problem with Lock Sport is some cities and some towns, it's big and it's popular. Mine, not so much. Everybody just thinks I'm stealing shit. And that's not what we do. We got rules. I mean, we don't pick locks that are in use. We don't pick locks that we do not own. We don't pick locks that we don't have permission to pick. Thieves don't care. They just break your window or kick your door in. They're going to steal your shit and put a gun at your head. But that's a different story for a different time. I'm intoxicated. As always. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing my job as drunken lockpicker. You know, I'm basically doing the same thing that every lockpicking channel out here on YouTube's doing. I just like to do it intoxicated. And y'all can probably tell I am intoxicated. Let's see. Time now is 3:26 p.m. Central Time. I've been drinking since about 10 a.m. Central Time. I've had a few Bud Ice. I've had a few Fireballs in me. So, all right. Let's grab some picks and see what we can do here. And yes, that's my Sparrows Borax set. But not to be just pushing Sparrows here. You know, I'm not one-dimensional. I bought all of these with my own money. Nobody's sponsoring me. Nobody's endorsing me. Nobody's telling me to say good shit about their stuff. I like Sparrows. I like covered instruments. So that's pretty much all I use. I use Sparrows and covering instruments. I would be using some Jimmy Long's tools if he ever actually had them and they wasn't sold out. Every time I go on his page to buy a set, he's always sold out. That's his only problem. He can't keep up with the demand. If he could, I would have everything he sells. I wish I'd jump on the bandwagon with Jimmy Long's way before he got popular, because now that he's popular, you can't get his products. But anyway, there's the Genesis set with a few add-ons, cone picks, yada, yada, yada. Great case, great products, great steel. I mean, they use 301 high yield. Sparrows, they don't just claim what they use. What they do claim to use is bullshit. But either way, that's not what you're here to see. You're here to see a drunk guy try to pick a lock. So here we go. This is the American 1100. Got it pinned up in my little vise I got from Harbor Freight for 20 bucks. Get her suction cup down to the table. you up. There we go. Anyway, I'm going to be using my monkey paw in 20 thou instead of 25 thou. Bought the little thinner monkey paw set. In fact, I'm probably going to, next payday, I'm probably going to order the monkey paw set in 15 thou. And I think I'll go ahead and get the really big boy Sparrows pinning mat, because they do have the best pinning trays. They even got Covert Instruments beat on pinning mats. So, anyway, without further ado, let's see what the hell we can do here. Let's reset that. Got an overset pin there. Come on, baby. You know you want to open. Turn tool keeps slipping a little bit. Let's reset again. See, earlier when the camera wasn't rolling, I did this in like 12 seconds. Thought she was there. Alright. So we're just going to keep on picking. Oh, no. My vise lost suction. It's the only problem with Harbor Freight vices. They work great when they stay stuck in place. Alright, I'm going to take a swig of the beer. Yeah. That's what Drunken Lock Picker is all about right there. But anyway, back to this American 1100. Tool slip. Almost sound like some shit broke. Switch picks here. And there we go. We got it opened, y'all. Pick's kind of stuck, but there we go. Take turn tool out, get the pick out. And that's the American 1100. Picked and opened. We'll do the gut in a separate video. Which, actually, hell, we'll go ahead and do that in one video. Oh, we're at 17 minutes now. That's kind of long. But that is an American 1100 lock. It's basically a 1100 lockout tag out lock. Everything's OSHA certified. Basically, which means because it's OSHA certified for a lockout tag out reasons, and American Locks makes really good locks. So every single pin in this thing, including the key pins and driver pins, are all security pins. And what I mean by that, I'll show you here. Make sure this thing is back set right. Sometimes when you pick these, okay, there we go. Sometimes when you pick them, because the key's not in it, you'll over rotate the core and it'll actually go past where the stop is, and you'll have to spin it 360 all the way back around, in which case you can actually just use a straight piece of metal to lift all the pins to shear and spin it back to where she needs to be, to where you don't brick the fucking lock. But all right, we got that done. Let's see, let me show you what I'm talking about when it comes to the security pins in this damn thing. So I've got some extra pins here. In fact, I think I've already showed it in one video. Pin and mat out. Back up because you don't go there. See over here. Place that over there. And these are some of the pins that American makes. This is a key pin. Uh-oh, dropped it. Found it. Let's get the zoom right. If I can get the zoom right. And grab it like this. But anyway, in between the blinks of the damn camera trying to zoom, You can see this is a serrated key pin. Even the key pins are serrated. And then you got your spools. And then another serrated key pin there. Let's see if I can find just a standard serrated. Yeah. Then here's a standard serrated pin. But in fact, let me see if I can lay these out and show you exactly what we're talking about. We're going to move the camera. But what you're looking at inside of American Lock is always going to be something in kind of disorder. Let's get the camera over here and move this closer to where we're looking at. Just drop some shit. But that's what we're talking about. The serrated pins are the ones clearly with all the little lines cut into them. Ooh. Oh no. And this little barbell looking dude right here, that's your spool pin. But it's also a serrated spool pin, so he's really cool. They got Master Lock beat hands down because even the driver pins, key pins, I mean, everything's going to be serrated and spooled. I mean, these are some badass locks. They're tough as hell. They're fun as hell. Oops. If I can get my camera stand back up. But yeah, I got a whole new little assortment of turn tools. Picked it using my monkey paw and 20 thou with the short hook. And yeah, that's the American Lock 1100 series. If this helped y'all like in your journeys of picking locks while you're drunk, then cool. I'm glad I could help. If you're sober, well, you probably did it a minute and a half, maybe 6 minutes faster than I did. But that's cool for y'all because I'm never sober. Defeats the whole purpose of having my name Drunken Lockpicker, so I'll make it a point to be inebriated. And coming soon, I want to disassemble this lock and put in a Master Lock 930. I have a 930. I just want to take the core out of this bad boy and put in the 930, and then you'll have the biggest, beefiest lock that Master Lock makes with the best core Master Lock makes, because this thing right here is literally got just as many, if not more, security pins in this Greenbelt American Lock, which on the LPU Discord, both of these are Greenbelt locks. But in Greenbelt, not only do you have to pick the lock on camera, you have to disassemble and reassemble the lock on camera, which you cannot do to this one without destroying the lock. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. And as always, stay safe, stay legal, stay intoxicated. All right.